Hello, artisans. My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel, Under the Needle Quilting and Crafts. So I did make this video Thursday. I'm here for Thankful Thursday, but it's Friday. I did shoot a video yesterday, but when I uploaded it, it didn't have sound, and I was not able to re-record the video. I apologize. But here I am now. So this is easy. This is easy. What I'm thankful for is easy. And I'm actually kind of glad I'm doing it now, because now I'm even more excited. Like, the excitement is like palpable right now, because it's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. And tomorrow, it's 8 p.m. on Friday, and tomorrow on Saturday, my daughter graduates from college, and I am so stinking proud of her. I am so proud of her. Her first year, her graduation got canceled because of the virus that shall not be named. And so her high school graduation was canceled. And so she didn't get to have that. She didn't get to walk across stage and hear her name read and get her awards, the special awards that you get. She was denied all of that. Her graduation was basically just our immediate family outside, outside, and we got to take some pictures, and they gave her diploma. It was very anticlimactic. And then she went to school. We dropped off. She went to NC State, and we dropped her off at school. And within a month, they sent her back home. They sent all the kids back home because of what was going on. And so her first year of college, her freshman year, was taken from her. She was denied that. Right? And now finally she's graduating college, and she's got she majored in psychology. She's got a minor in business administration. We did not have to take out a ton of debt. Of course, we did take out some loans, but it wasn't like ridiculous. I think she has maybe 30 grand in student loans. So all things considered, not that bad, right? Not insurmountable. So she has worked the entire time. That girl has worked the entire time she was in college. The entire time. Summer, during school, sometimes she had multiple jobs. Like, she has her final year, her senior year, she had her actual job at a smoothie spot, and she had her work study. So she basically had like two jobs. She has worked. She has saved her money. She has done everything right. She has been extremely disciplined. She didn't do any partying. Honestly, wish she would have had a little bit more fun, to be honest. But she did everything right. She did everything right. And then, it's been rough, because her last year, her roommate had to drop out of school. And so she was basically alone in her dorm. She was she was by herself. She was all by herself. And she started to get lonely, It's because she's a social person. And so I'm glad that she's moved in now with my Aunt Dot. And so as soon as they got the place, she went ahead and moved out of the dorm and moved in. And so she's been doing that. And I'm over the moon. I'm so proud of her. I am so proud of her. I don't know what her GPA is or anything like that, because honestly, I never check her grades. It might seem weird, but I never check her grades, because she doesn't miss school. She doesn't miss class. I know she does her work, and she's so hard on herself. If she had a bad grade, I'd probably know, because she would have told me. Because she's that kind of kid. She'd have been like, oh my God, Mom, I got a D and such, and I have to bring my... She would have told me. But, so yeah, that's what I'm thankful for. I am thankful that tomorrow is the day, and that my baby girl is graduating from college, and I'm extremely proud of her. Anywho, I have not done much crafting. I haven't done much. I haven't done really not much at all. I don't think I've sewn a single stitch all week. I've not sewn. Honestly, I need to clean my area. I went pretty hot and heavy, because, we had to retreat. And so after retreat, I was still kind of doing a lot. And the more I'm doing, the messier things get. I'm one of those people who I can't just take one thing out. I can't. So I got to take out everything. And so I need to clean up. And so I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll probably be leaving around noonish, I guess, to go to because the graduation is at 2 o'clock. But we have to get there early AF because of parking. So I'll be leaving no later than noon. Maybe I might even leave earlier. I don't know. I might even leave earlier. So basically, when I get there, I'll be sitting in my car for a couple hours waiting. Probably, well, not probably, I'll probably be in my car for a solid hour and a half before it's time for me to go in. Maybe 2 hours. I want to make sure I get a good seat. I want to make sure I don't have any issues parking. And afterwards, we're going out to dinner. Dinner's not till like 5:30 because I wasn't sure what time to make it because graduation attendees are limited. It's very limited. You only get a certain number of tickets. And so initially she thought she was only going to get 3 tickets. And I was like, well, that's easy. 3 tickets. That's me. That's your grandmother and your great grandmother. Because did my sister finish college? I don't think my grandmother has been to a college graduation. I can't remember if my sister graduated or not. I don't remember. It's been so long. I think she had to do some type of, because she was studying to be a teacher, I believe. And I think she had to do some type of like on-site something, but it wasn't paid and she couldn't afford to do that. So I don't remember. But yeah, but then she ended up getting a 4th ticket. And I was like, well, then you pick who you want to go, right? Me, your grandmother, your great grandmother, we're going. You have an extra ticket. You choose who you want to go and whoever you want. And she chose her big sister. So my oldest daughter just went over there to their house because she's going to spend the night over there. And she's going to do my daughter's like makeup and stuff like that because my oldest daughter loves to do makeup. She loves to do makeup. My neck looks really weird on camera. It looks like I have like a giant red spot right here, but I don't. She's looking like that on camera. It's weird. It's creeping me out. Maybe I'm a little red. I don't know. Anywho, so I'm really, really excited. Really, 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 really excited. Really excited. And then last weekend, my stepdaughter, we had her birthday party. It was supposed to be on Saturday. We wrote the wrong date on the invitations. It ended up being on Sunday. It was a good time though. Some kids came over. They had fun. I'm sure if we had gotten the day right, we would have had a bigger crowd. It wasn't that many because it was supposed to be Saturday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we put it Sunday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., which is a school night. So anyhow, that was that. Anyway, like I said, haven't done much crafting. The only thing that I've done is I did have more of this done, but I ended up taking it out because I forgot where I was in the project. So I ended up ripping out or frogging several rows. But this is going to be a basket. I'm making this basket. I'll probably work on this tonight maybe. This is everything that I frogged. Because it's worked in the round, but you don't join the rounds, but you have to keep track of where your round begins and ends. And I removed my stitch marker and forgot to put it back in, and then I could not find where my round began because I'm not really good at this crochet thing. And so, yeah, I just had to take it out to where I knew and then start again. If I hadn't taken it out, I'd be done with the basket by now. And the only reason I chose to make this was because it was a pattern on TL Yarn Crafts, and it used 2 skeins of Woolies Thick and Quick. And I happened to, and you hold both strands simultaneously. And I happened to have 2 skeins of Thick and Quick. And I was like, okay, well, this is a quick project that I can do. It won't take that long. It's not very large. I haven't gotten any extra work done on my blanket. Oh, that's not true. I did. I'm lying. Um, I did a couple more rows. I think I did do a few more rows. I think the last time I was up to this blue color here, and I've just done a little bit more. And basically because I wanted to see how I was gonna like this yarn. That was the impetus for all of it, right? Because I didn't have enough, so I have 15 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 15 of these little mini skeins, but the little mini skeins only do 2 rows. And it's a two. Well, it's a 4 row repeat, I guess, but um, it'll only do 2 rows, and so I wasn't gonna have enough yarn. Even if I used all 15 mini skeins, I wasn't gonna have enough yarn. It wasn't gonna be big enough, so I was gonna have to purchase some additional yarn. Oh Lord have mercy! What have I got going on here? I was gonna have to purchase some additional yarn in order for it to be big enough, and I was trying to find something that went, that kind of matched the muted, these kind of mute, because these aren't very bright colors, they're very muted, and so I wanted something that kind of had all these colors in it. But I don't know if I've mentioned this already. I might have already mentioned it, but I bought the yarn and I did a couple rows to make sure I don't want to lose my spot, to make sure I was going to like it. And I think it's fine. It actually, you don't see the color gradient on the camera. You can see it when I hold up the skein of yarn. It's got like blues and greens, and there's like a little pink in there and some cream and some tan. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of all the colors that are in here. So that'll work. But when you look at it here, you can't even see all those colors really. Or you can a little bit there. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on. So I'll probably do a little crochet tonight. I don't know if it'll be the basket or the blanket. I'm not sure, but one or the other. I don't know which one. And yeah, I haven't done anything else. I haven't done anything else. I haven't done any other projects. I haven't done anything. So I kind of need to get on it, right? Like, yeah. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning, since I can't really go anywhere, is I'm just gonna clean up my area down here so that I can get some crafting done. Because Adrian is going on a fishing trip on Sunday, so he'll be gone all day. And so if he's gone all day, then that means I can craft all day. Because, normally on a Sunday, we kind of hang out, we might want to go to Walmart or, some other place, or just, go out somewhere, or just hang out, watch a movie, stuff like that, just hanging out. But since he's going to be gone, and since it's like a fishing trip, he's going to be leaving like super duper early in the morning. So when I wake up, he'll already be gone. So I can just kind of wake up and get started. So that's kind of the plan. The plan is get up Saturday, do some cleaning of my area. And I've got some chores to do also. I'll get a load of laundry started. I'll just start one load of laundry so that way I can get it done before I leave. So I want to do a load of laundry, and I'll do easy stuff so it's quick to fold. I'll just do pants. Like, I do my laundry like that. I don't know if anybody else does their laundry like that. But when I do my laundry, first of all, I stopped separating colors a long time ago. I used to do, I had my darks. I had my medium darks, right? I had my lighter darks. And then I had like my mediums. Like, they're not really dark. They're like something like this, right? This would be in my mediums. And then I had my white clothes. And at some point, all of the children and the chores and the life and the commuting back and forth just got to be too much. And I was like, these dyes don't run like they used to. And I just said, F it. And my ex-husband, he never separated his clothes. And I thought he was like, who raised you? How do you, who raised you? You don't, what do you mean you just throw it all in the washing machine? What kind of a psychopath are you? And now I'm a psychopath also because I don't do any of that. But what I do is I like to wash all my pants together, right? Because then when the pants come out of the dryer, they're all the same type of clothes. Like when you have a mix, it just take to me it just takes longer. It just takes longer. But if everything is the same, then it's easy because like the leggings get folded, the jeans get hung, and the slacks get hung, and so it's done. It's I can have it folded in minutes, and then I'll do all shirts, and then the underwear and the socks and stuff, those just go in where they fit in, right? So I'll probably sort my laundry tomorrow, and I'll do a load of jeans. I'll just do a load of pants and leggings and stuff like that. That way it's easy. I can fold it real quick. I don't know. Anybody, I don't know. Is that weird? Does anybody else do that? Does anybody else do that? I don't know. Try it. I love it. So, yeah. So that's what my tomorrow is going to look like. That's what my Sunday is going to look like. So tomorrow after the graduation, I'll probably come back to the house to pick up the kids because Adrian gets off work. I think Adrian doesn't get off work. Adrian gets off work at 5:30. So he's going to get there late. So he's not going to have time to double back and get the kids. But since the graduation starts at 2, I should have time to come back, swing back and get the kids. Because, yeah, I'm just going to have to make that work. I'm going to have to make that work because I didn't know how long the graduation was going to be. And so I had saw somewhere where like it might be 2 to 2.5 hours. And I was like, okay, that's cutting it close. So originally dinner was going to be at 6, but the restaurant asked us to move it to 5:30 because they had another large party. And honestly, our party really isn't that large. But yeah, so when I talked to my daughter, she said she talked to the people at the school and they were saying that it should be about an hour and a half, not 2.5 hours. And I was like, great, because that gives me way more time. That gives me way more time to get back to the house to get the kids. Because even if if it starts at 2, if it's over by 3:30, by the time I get back to my car, it's 4. So that'll give me an hour and a half to get back home. And it takes about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. So it's all a little tight. It's all a little tight. But that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I'm excited. We're going to a seafood place. The first place she chose was a little too mom and pop-ish to accommodate. And then the second place she chose, they didn't have the capacity because they were already booked. And so she landed on Cape Fear Seafood. I've never eaten there before, so I'm excited about it. I'm just excited about the entire day. But then after dinner, probably come back to, not probably, but I'll come back to the house and me and Adrian will hang out. We'll have our time together, right? We'll have our time together. But not too much time because he's going to want to go to bed early since he's got to get up at the crack to go fishing. So it should be an early night. And hopefully if we go to bed early enough, I'll wake up early. You know, I might wake up around 6 or not 6. Sorry, I don't do 6, 7 or 8. And then I can come down here and get started. Because I really want to, I'm itching to sew. I haven't sewn and it's starting to be a problem. Like I'll go a while without sewing and then after a while it really starts to, like I feel it. Like I'm like, I got to sew something. What I'm probably going to do is work on my table runners. They're not over here right now or else I'd get them. But they're already layered and basted. So I think I'm just going to do some quilting. I'm going to do some free motion quilting on those 2 projects. And then I have the project from the Open Gate quilt subscription box that I never finished, that I have to finish quilting. And so I think that's what I might work on. So then at least at the end of it, I'll have 3 finished projects. I'll have 2 small table toppers, kind of, and I'll have a wall hanging. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited about it. Um, I'm looking forward to have a great day of sewing. I'm also super stoked because I got out of travel. I was supposed to travel next week on the 8th. When was it? Was supposed to go? Supposed to leave on the 7th, I think, and come back on the 9th. And it was really going to suck because I had to fly into Detroit and then I had to drive 2 hours to some random small town in Ohio, right? Normally when we travel, we go in one day and out the next. But because of the timing, I wasn't going to be able to do that because the court is at 2 o'clock. Right? We normally go in the day before court and then we have court the next day and we fly out that same day. But in this case, court is at, because normally when we go to New York, court's at 9 a.m. But this court case was at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And it you don't want to be traveling the day of the mediation because if you do, if anything happens and your plans are delayed, your plane is delayed, then you miss your mediation. So you go in the day before. So I was going to have to go in the day before and then have the mediation at 2 p.m. There was no way. And we're talking about something that's probably only going to last 15 to 30 minutes. At most, I think the longest I've had for any one specific case, it was like an hour and a half. And that's only because the specific mediator liked to talk a lot. And so, it just went on a little longer. But on average, they last from 15 minutes to an hour. And so, yeah, they last 15 minutes to an hour. And then, so let's say I get out of court. I don't know what time I'm going to get out of court, right? There's no way for me to know. There's absolutely no way for me to know. So I'd have to get out of court. Let's say I get out of court at 2 o'clock. I mean, at 2:30, right? Then I've got to drive 2 hours to the place. I've got to drive 2 hours to the airport and then get my plane. And then what time am I getting home? And then I got to work the next day. So I told my boss, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Right? Because in order to make things safe, I would have had to make my flight to be like late-ish because I have to account for traffic. If my mediation was at 2 o'clock, what if I don't get out of court until 5? Right? Like there's no way to know. And so I didn't want to chance it. And so I was going to fly home the following day. But I got to cancel it. They sent me an email yesterday saying that they consented or gave me permission to phone in instead of having to physically be there in person, which makes sense because it's 2024. And to make someone go to some random small town in Ohio for one 15-minute mediation, it's just a lot. It was going to be like thousands of dollars, a couple grand. And to rent a car. So I'm also thankful. So I'm doubly thankful. I'm also thankful that I don't have to take that trip. Super thankful. And I didn't know about the trip part when I made my video yesterday because I hadn't gotten the email yet. So I'm super, super stoked that I don't have to fly. And I'm terrified to fly now. Y'all got doors falling off of planes midair. Like I'm when I chose my flights, I made sure I didn't get on a single Boeing airplane. Nope. I don't like to fly in general. I get extremely anxious when I fly. Now, it got better because there was a point in my life when I was flying for work like once a month, right? I could have done more, but I had children. So I kept mine to once a month. And I would travel once a month. And so having to do it, and sometimes twice a month if things came up. And so having to fly so often, eventually I got used to just all the noises on the plane, and I got a bit more comfortable because I was doing it all the time. But now that I'm not, my anxiety goes through the roof. It's funny because I was watching a video by Elise Myers the other day, and it was a short, so I don't know how long it had been up there. I don't know that it was new. but she was talking about her anxiety whenever she flies. And she's like, every time I get on the plane, she's like, yeah, hope you've had a good run because this might be it. And she'd be like, nope, I haven't had a good run. And that's like how it feels. Like, this might be it. I hope you had a good run. I haven't. I'm not done yet. There's still some stuff I need to do. But yeah, so I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. I've always liked traveling, even though I don't fly. Even though I get anxious when I fly, I've always liked to travel, always. But the 2 hour thing, the 2 hour drive, I was not excited about that. But it would have been kind of cool because at least I would have gotten to do some exploring, right? The day before, my plane got in early-ish, so I still would have had to work on my laptop, but then I would have had the evening to kind of explore, you know. But yeah, no. Now I don't have to go. And I'm excited. So I'm thankful, number one, that my baby girl is graduating tomorrow. And thankful, number two, that I don't have to take my tail on a plane next week. So anyway, this video ended up being way longer than I expected it to be. As usual, I talk too much. But thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.